Spring break trips look fun online until you pick the wrong one and you've spent your week exhausted between crowds and your long lines and your overstimulated kids, and then you're left wondering why this didn't feel like a break at all. Well, I'm a mom of four, and I've learned the hard way that spring break isn't about picking the popular destination, it's about picking the right one for your family. And the wrong choice can change your entire trip. Parents hear kid friendly, and that's like what they're thinking means calm. But just because something's labeled as kid friendly does not automatically give it a kid friendly, calm environment, okay? But kid friendly usually during spring break often ends up meaning that there's packed attractions and loads of people also going and doing the same things with the same ideas and thoughts. Overstimulating environments, okay? You're usually going somewhere where it's hot. So, like, you're usually having some type of weather change. You are going to be doing tons of attractions and activities together. So, there's a lot more moving around, lots of busy pace, which, when you've already had a busy week of your regular routine, it doesn't really allow for that breakup and that rest at all. And then you're adding on the long wait. Sometimes, if you're going to large attraction lines, you're waiting in line with everybody else, and zero flexibility. Sometimes this can be great for kids, but it's still exhausting for families altogether in these stressful and unplanned or really planned and packed moments. This is where, as parents, we usually make the wrong decisions. Quick pause. If spring break planning already feels like really overwhelming or gross, or like you're not looking forward to it, I've linked my free family packing list below, and it just removes another big decision before you've even left the house, and it helps trips feel lighter from day one. Okay, back to choosing the right destination. Here's what matters more than your hype, okay? Number one is how contained your destination is, okay? Can you do like multiple days without long drives and constant transportation? Because right there is going to shave off so much time, and you really kind of earn back your time instead of spending it going places and traveling to point A to point B, okay? Number two is your natural downtime, okay? Is there built-in places that you can slow down? Like maybe that looks like beaches and parks and walkable areas and pools, okay? You need to have slowed built-in downtime, okay? And I know that that's going to kind of look like, it's not like a strict one lane road here, okay? Because that's going to differ into what your family does, what your family enjoys, and what that looks like to you. But you need to allow for natural downtime that fits your family's style and season, okay? And number three is how forgiving the environment is, okay? There are places that you can travel to that are forgiving, and there is also non-forgiving destinations, okay? So let's not punish ourselves for needing breaks, okay? So if we need a break and we need this to be relaxing, we need to plan for a forgiving destination, okay, that doesn't punish us for needing breaks, that doesn't feel like it's go, 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 or you've completely missed out. And once you look at spring break like this and in this way, the decision really becomes clearer. And here's something that parents don't always think about, okay? It's not just of how busy your destination is, it's really whether it was built to handle this many people, okay? So think about that for like beaches. Is it the one beach that everybody and their mother is traveling to, okay? Because is that going to be what your family enjoys, is being packed like a sardine onto a beach with a million other people? Okay, that's just an example right there, okay? And some places kind of collapse under spring break crowds, okay? Not every destination is really built to handle that level of busy and crowds, and you might not want to go there, okay? And other destinations are okay and can handle them and are prepared, and the city just flows and the attractions flow well for larger crowds, and they can just kind of absorb them easily and more natural, okay? If the infrastructure really can't support the volume, families kind of feel it immediately, okay? It's gonna feel crowded. It's gonna kind of feel icky. You're not gonna feel comfortable, calm, and at peace, okay? So, and this This connects directly with really how tired everyone feels by day 2. So, my biggest advice here is to speak to your spouse, okay? Speak to who you're going with and decide, what do we need? These are our top destinations. Which one works best for what we're looking for? And above all, just pray about it and make sure that you are in line with the decision that you're making, is the right one for your family. I know everybody wants to go to like the hot destinations, like the hot topic ones, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the right decision, okay? The most popular spring break spots aren't always your best choice for families, okay? Because when you're going to all these really popular spots, yes, of course they're fun. Everybody's going, everybody's talking about it. It's all over social media, and everybody and all your neighbors and all your aunts and uncles and cousins and whoever have been there. So, like, of course you're going to go there. But because it's so popular, it usually comes with tighter schedules, not as much flexibility. It comes with higher stimulation and just sensory overload sometimes, and more pressure to make it worth it, okay? Because you want to cram so much stuff in because everybody does these things when they're there, okay? That's just the what you do when you're at this place, this location, this destination. So you really want to keep that in mind, okay? The best spring break trips we've ever had usually weren't the flashiest, okay? And that really is like your golden nugget there, okay? They were the ones that actually let our family breathe and allowed us to enjoy where we were actually going. And this is where parents finally get that relief, that like, oh, that we've been all looking for. And so once you're choosing your spring break destination, ask this, okay? Ask yourself these questions. Will this make your day easier or harder? Will your kids be able to recover between activities and things that you have planned? Will your evenings feel calm, or are you going to feel like you're drowning in survival mode because of how fast-paced with no break and flexibility built in? And if a destination fails these questions, okay, if the answer is no, it's not the right fit for families sometimes, okay? And no matter how beautiful it looks online, it might not be the best decision. And this is honestly the exact decision-making framework that I teach inside my stress-free family travel course, okay? Parents finally are able to stop second-guessing the choices, okay? Because a good spring break trip doesn't mean zero stress. Everything's easy peasy, okay? That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm suggesting. And that surely is not what happens for our family, right? Like, it's not unobtainable goals, okay? We're not living in dreamland and fairy world, okay? It means there's gonna be fewer meltdowns. We're gonna maximize this as often and as much as we can. You're gonna have smoother evenings that allow for rest, rejuvenation, and good family dinner time conversations. Parents who aren't completely drained of energy and attention span and just like sensory overload, okay? You come home tired, but you're not totally wrecked, as I guess the way that I would put that, okay? And that's how you know that you have picked right and you've made the right decision. If you've ever come home from spring break needing another break, now you know why you get that feeling and why you feel this way, okay? So grab the free family packing list, and if you want help choosing your destination or building your trips that actually work, my stress-free family travel course is also linked below. We'll try to pin it in the comments. Definitely link it in the description, so check that out. And tell me in the comments, what is the hardest part about choosing your spring break destination for your family?
Yeah, they're about to go do that.